knows he can get it. I'm a very simple man when it comes to the fight world and doing business. You know what I mean? Be real. Be real. Send the contract. Watch me sign it. You know.
So you're saying you're telling me that if Terence Crawford, who is a champion right now, for some reason, if the fat with Pacquiao cannot manifest itself, but you're telling me that if Terence Crawford and they would send a contract and say, we want Keith Thurman, if the financials are right, you'd be okay with it? You would do it?
Of course. There's no
next fight.
Next fight. I could debate on it. You know, of course I wouldn't. Part of me wouldn't like it because I would respect that Crawford is a champion who's always in shape. You know, of course I'd want to be prepared for that. Coming off of everything that I've come off of, if it's not exactly what I want, which is the Manny Pacquiao rematch, you know, there are good fights out there that are good fights to let me reinstate some form of dominance in the welterweight division and then go right into a Crawford or Spence. That's another thing. If I'm presented with a contract, you know, if I'm presented with both at the same time, I'll go Spence over Crawford.
You'd go Spence over Crawford.
Spence has priority over Crawford. Outside of the political,
you're not talking anything politically. I'm just asking. I'm literally asking you.
At the end of the day, he has 2 belts. You know, he has more pull, more weight in the welterweight division. Terence Crawford has done tremendous throughout his whole career. I'm still not a fan of the belt that he holds. So I'm more interested in the matchup and the fight itself over being champion of that sanctioning body. But at the end of the day, you know, I love great fights. I love being champion of the world. So, you know, if I'm presented with those kind of opportunities, I'm not going to hesitate. You know, I'm not going to wait. I might take it. You know, I might take it. Right? What?
So.
Wow. You guys heard Keith, one-time Thurman, say that he tells Terence Crawford, he mentions Terence Crawford first, and that's very, very uncanny when it comes to PBC fighters, with Al Haymon fighters. He says, Terence Crawford, be real, send me the contract, and watch me sign it. Wow. But shout out to FightHype.com. You know, the rebuttal, the counterpunch. Would you do that in the next fight? Next fight. Yes, well, I wish I could. But he was, you know, that was hesitant right there. Because that was hesitation. He didn't say, sure, give me the signed contract, be real. Give me the contract, I'll sign it. Watch me sign it. But he did say, I will sign it. He is open now to fighting Terence Crawford. And the strange thing about Keith Thurman, he's not blasting Terence Crawford no more. If you notice, he didn't say anything negative. He didn't say he was barely a champion. He didn't say he has no business in the welterweight division. He didn't say anything like that. He said, no, he's had a tremendous career throughout. He did say, I'm not fans of the WBO sanctioning body. But I liked how he worded that, Keith Thurman. Instead of attacking Terence Crawford, he attacked more so the WBO. However, he's still attacking Terence Crawford because Terence Crawford holds the WBO. Okay. So it's kind of in the same, but I like how he worded it because he wasn't a fan of the sanctioning body regardless of who had it. That was my understanding when I heard Keith Thurman say it, when he spilt it. But he did say him and Errol Spence, okay, because I turned it off then because I'm not worried about the other guys, okay? You know, he fought Pacquiao already. He fought Porter already. He fought Garcia already. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the people that he didn't fight, okay? And I don't care to see rematches. I'm not a rematch guy, okay? So he said Spence trumps that because he has more belts. I get that. Obviously, he had the belts, or he had the WBC, which now Errol Spence had. He once had that belt. He got it from Danny Garcia, if you guys can remember. After Danny Garcia defeated Samuel, was it Samuel Vargas, I believe it is. He took it from Danny Garcia. Okay, so 2 for 1 ain't bad. He said I would sign over that. I think really the real thing is, you know, besides that, I mean, it's a good reason. I can't say it's an excuse because he does have, Errol Spence does have 2 belts, the IBF and the WBC. Those are 2 prestigious belts. You know, all of them are prestigious, people. So let me stop that. But those are 2 belts compared to 1. And in really, and if he hesitated on taking the fight with Terrence Crawford next, there is a doubt, a seed of doubt that he may not beat Terrence Crawford because he knows Terrence Crawford is active, he is in shape, and he knows what he's about. See, now the real gets real, okay? Now the real gets real. If you notice, Keith Thurman's face is kind of getting wide, so I think he's taking a little longer for him to, you know, to shred this weight. And then sitting around really not doing a lot weighs a toll on you. But he did get real. It was like, well, you know, I would rather take 2 belts or a 2-belt opportunity over 1-belt opportunity, because if he gets beat by Terrence Crawford, he won't get the other opportunity to fight Errol Spence. You see what I mean? Maybe on down the line. But he knows not to squander an opportunity. That's not Keith Thurman at all. Keith Thurman is a straight up 100% opportunist. I keep telling people that. That's what he's about. He's another Amir Khan. Okay, he's not going to go for a small fight. Okay, if he's going to put his O on the line like he did, he went in there for Pacquiao because Pacquiao is a legend. 8-division world champion. No one like it. Okay, so he went out for that and he came up short. A little short though. You know, the knockdown is what gave Pacquiao the the margin in that fight, I believe. But it was a good fight. So you can't say that Keith Thurman can't fight. You know, I'm just surprised, and this is the first time to this day hearing him say, Terrence Crawford, send me the contract. Errol Spence, send me the contract. I'd rather fight you. But I liked how he mentioned Terrence Crawford. That's not regular PBC protocol, people. When PBC fighters, when they talk about fighting, they talk about their fighters first. They talk about Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Errol Spence, Manny Pacquiao, whoever else. Then they say Terrence Crawford. He says Terrence Crawford first. Very, very impressed. I didn't like how he hesitated. Bullshit. Yeah, I kind of, you know, that kind of made me sneeze up some of that BS because, you know, oh, take the fight next. Because here's the thing. We're in a pandemic, people. Look, sports are on a standstill. A lot of events are on a standstill. The world is pretty much on a standstill. So we really don't know how long we're going to sit here. So for him, counterpunching Keith Thurman, I like what he's saying, but I have to counterpunch him on the negative end, okay? We don't know how long we're going to be. He ain't fought in a while. I think that he needs to take this time, like Chris Eubank Jr., with Roy Jones. Hell, get with Roy Jones and them, right? Go to an isolated camp, train hard, back up your words. Mean what you say. Become the old Keith Thurman. You better not duck me, son. You better not duck me, son. That guy. Bring back Keith Thurman. He might have a little spirit left. He did say he wants to revive his career, you know, so maybe this is the way for him to do it. I hope it's not just all talk, because Keith Thurman can do a lot of that, people. But anyway, please, you guys, tell me what you think. I might do a live stream later. I'm going to do a live stream anyway. But tell me what you think about Keith Thurman telling Terrence Crawford to send the contract and watch me sign it. Tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.